And good morning. Welcome into another installment of Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions with Sean Robertson from Gateville Law Firm in Yorkville, online at gatevillelawfirm.com. And Sean joins us via the phone lines this morning. How are we doing today, Sean?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today, Mike?
Doing good. Our topic for today deals with the real estate, and it's more centered around how to sell real estate after a death, and this would be without probate. So how do we want to tackle this one today? Where do we start?
Yeah, so what we'll start, Mike, is we'll talk about how to sell real estate after a loved one's death without going through probate, Illinois. These processes can be complex, but we'll break it down today and make it more explainable.
All right. So transferring real estate after death, you've got all kinds of things you're dealing with here with real estate and the planning of the estate, plus the law comes in as well. What are all the different factors here?
Yeah, so generally with unprobated estates, these don't go through probate to sell or possibly refinance your property or transfer your property. So when somebody passes away, the title to real estate must be cleaned up. And generally, the heirs all have to agree, and there can't be any minor children or adult disabled children. But in those circumstances, maybe an unprobated estate may be appropriate for the listener.
What about there's an Illinois Probate Act. If you could explain maybe what that involves and how it ties in with maybe like a real estate transfer.
Yeah, so the Illinois Probate Act governs the descent and distribution of real estate or assets that need to be distributed to heirs. So the Illinois Probate Act basically assumes that one half of the property is going to go to the spouse, and then the other half are going to be split by the children. And so essentially the Probate Act of Illinois guesses what people would want to do with their money. That's essentially what the Probate Act does, Mike.
All right, so we talked at the outset about this being about selling real estate without probate when we're dealing with a death. So how does that come in where you can sell without dealing with probate court?
Yeah, so generally selling real estate without probate involves what they call creating an affidavit of heirship. That essentially is a sworn statement explaining your family's relationship, such as who's the spouse, whether the spouse died, whether there's children alive, whether children deceased. So the affidavit of heirship is a sworn statement that describes who is entitled to inherit if it would go through probate court.
All right. So then how, like for Gateville Law Firm, you guys are the experts here on helping people out dealing with these situations. What can you tell us more about what Gateville can do?
Yeah, what Gateville can do is we have extensive experience working with title companies, and our team has over 50 years of title background. So when doing these transactions, you need to know probate law, but you also need to know underwriting rules for title companies. That's where we come in, where most attorneys will tell you you must go through probate court. And sometimes that's the answer, but a lot of times that's not the answer. So that's where we come in, Mike.
Yeah, and maybe just highlight for our listeners again some of the services that are offered just to make sure that folks can find what they need and get assistance from you.
Yeah, so essentially we help people sell real estate without going through probate. We help people transfer real estate through a quitclaim deed or a deed that will transfer title to property to the appropriate loved ones. And we also can prepare the sworn statements, the affidavits of heirship, and provide evidence to a title company that there's no fraud or anything like that going on. So that's where we can help families.
All right. Well, selling real estate after a loved one's death without probate is possible. You just need the right legal guidance. Gateville Law Firm is here to help you navigate those complexities. And you can contact the folks at Gateville Law Firm via the phone, 630-780-1034. You can also go online to gatevillelawfirm.com. They're located in Yorkville. And Sean Robertson, our guest for Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions.